Hey, you guys. Come on in. What's up? YouTube, Periscope. Trying to get situated, y'all. Trying to get situated. Come on in. Let me share. Yes, God. Won't he do it? Come on in. Come on in. Oh, yeah. There's a word. Ha! There's a word in the house, y'all. I'm excited about this word, y'all. My Wi-Fi trying to act up. I know God, the enemy don't want y'all to get this word. I know that's what it is. The enemy don't want y'all to get this word. Y'all better come in here and get this word. Come get this word, y'all. We finna have church. Let's have church, people. Let's have church. Let's take the word of God and apply it to our lives today. This is not your traditional religious experience. This is an experience in passion meets the word, meets activation, meets change in your life. Passion meets the word, meets activation, meets change in your life. Somebody write that down. Passion meets the word, meets the... What? That was good. Passion meets the word, meets activation. Passion meets the word, meets activation, meets change in your life. Y'all, that's a word right there. Let me put that up there, y'all. Let me put that up there. Passion meets the word, meets activation, meets change in your life. All right, you guys, listen, I had to seek the Lord for what I was going to talk about today. And y'all, listen, I'm not that pastor that spends a week in the word, trying to figure out what it is that God is going to give the people. I'm not getting ready to go through and just pull out some 3 points and, a close. That's not me, but I'm going to give you what God has given me in this moment. And it is a powerful word. I'm going to give you what God has given me. He gave me listen, all God does is he gave me the book and the chapter. I didn't know what it was. How about that? So this is manna. Fresh rhema word. This is manna. You're getting manna. Okay? Now, listen, I want y'all to hear me. This ain't your mom and daddy's church. This is not. I'm not getting ready to be all extra churchy. I'm not. If I tell you that this is where passion meets the word, meets activation, meets change in your life, that's what I'm talking about. I'm here to activate change. I'm going to say some stuff you don't like. I'm going to say it in a way that you may not agree with, but I'm going to say it and you're going to hear it. Or you're going to get off my live. It don't matter. Either way, I'm good. Because this is what I know. I'm called to manifest change for people. It's my assignment. And you can't change if you don't get the truth. You can't change if you are not able to listen and hear. And this is going to be the 2021 version of this scripture. The 2021 version of this scripture. Hey, Artesia. Hey, Facebook user. Listen, y'all. So y'all ready? Because it's getting ready to get real and it's going to get hot. Okay? So today. Hold on. Good morning, woman of God. Hey, Sydney, how are you? Hey, Melissa, how are you, beautiful? Real and hot, honey. It's going to be real and hot up in here. Yes, somebody get something to fan with. I need a whole fan, okay? I didn't say whole fan. I said a whole fan, okay? I know I said them hoes wasn't loyal in my last video, but listen, now I need a whole, W-H-O-L-E, fan. Okay, y'all. We're going to Genesis chapter 18. Genesis chapter 18. Y'all, it's a familiar passage of text, as the preachers would say. It is a familiar passage of text. I ain't going to get no ice water because ice water ain't good for you. It closes up your arteries and stuff. So I'm going to get some room temperature. Whoo! Yes, God. Huh. So, Genesis 18. Now, this is a story that we're all familiar with. And let me tell you this is how good God is, y'all. So I just on my previous video was talking about Abraham and him getting ready to sacrifice Isaac, how he was up there and he named the place Yahweh, Jireh, or Jehovah Jireh. You know, God will provide, God provides. So listen, I said, okay, God, now I got to preach. Where am I going? He said, Genesis 18. I don't know the Bible like that, y'all. I don't know everything that's everywhere. I don't have it all memorized. I don't know that, but you know what I know how to do? I know how to apply the word to my life, right? I know how to apply the word, break it down so that other people can apply it to their life and we can get results. How about that? So we're going to deal with this Old Testament scripture in New Testament times, right? Because literally we're going to take the Old Testament, bring it into 2021, make it real and applicable to our lives. Yes. That I'm telling you, Spectrum ain't loyal. That's who ain't loyal. We're gonna have to have a whole conversation, honey. Because Spectrum be on that ish. Okay. I be like, hey, Spectrum, what you doing? Okay. But that other one is high. They high. Okay. So anyway, here we go, you guys. We're going to Genesis 18. I'm going to share my screen. Y'all, it's gonna do a little funny thing where it's gonna go because I have to do it in the same app, right? I got to do it in the same app. So it's going to look a little crazy first, but then you're going to see the scriptures, right? Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So it's going to look a little crazy. Okay. All right. So you guys should be able to see the text, right? Can y'all see the text? Okay. All right. So I can't see your comments. That's what I can't see. Hold on, y'all. Let me do this. Let me come over here to this device. This is why you got to have about 12 devices going on in your life. And then we're going to read the scripture. Let me see, y'all. Hold on. Let me get to it. I got to see what y'all looking at. All right. There we go. Okay. So it's a lot going on. I got 2 phones up and an iPad and the MacBook. Okay. A lot going on. So Genesis 18, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation. And it reads, the Lord appeared again to Abraham near the oak grove belonging to Mamre. One day, Abraham was sitting at the entrance to his tent during the hottest part of the day. He looked up and noticed 3 men standing nearby. When he saw them, he ran to meet them and welcomed them, bowing low to the ground. My Lord, he said, if it pleases you, stop here for a while. Rest in the shade of this tree while water is brought to wash your feet. And since you've honored your servant with this visit, let me prepare some food to refresh you before you continue on your journey. I'm trying to make sure y'all can see too. Okay. All right, they said, do as you have said. So Abraham ran back to the tent and said to Sarah, hurry, get 3 large measures of your best flour, knead it into dough, and bake some bread. Then Abraham ran out to the herd and chose a tender calf and gave it to his servant, who quickly prepared it. When the food was ready, Abraham took some yogurt and milk and the roasted meat, and he served it to the men. As they ate, Abraham waited on them in the shade of the trees. Where is Sarah, your wife? They asked. Oh, honey, listen, the questions. She's inside the tent, Abraham said. Hold on. She's inside the tent, Abraham replied. Then one of them said, I will return to you about this time next year, and your wife, Sarah, will have a son. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Wait. I just want to get this right. Wait. So, woo. Now, here, these 3 strangers show up. And Abraham, not knowing who they were, immediately runs out to meet them, bows down low, and asks them to stay. Can you just stay and eat with us, right? They asked, where's Sarah? He said, oh, she's in the tent, Okay, all right. Now, Abraham done went. He done got everything together. Sarah, hey, fix some bread. Sarah, we got company. He done went out there. We having a cookout. Get the cat. Come on now. Let's do this. Honey, we got company. Fix the food. Put the calf on. Now, come on, y'all taking too long. The people are hungry. All right, we need to feed the people. Because of his obedience, like he just comes back and they say, where's Sarah, your wife? She's inside the tent. And one of them said, I will return to you about this time next year. and your wife, Sarah, will have a son. Hold up. Now listen, let me just set the stage for you. Sarah ain't had no kids because Sarah's barren. Sarah ain't been able to produce nothing. She ain't been able to produce nothing. She's old. Her eggs dried up and shriveled up, powdered. Like, it looks like it's impossible. Like, it looks impossible. Now, Sarah been walking this thing out. She done tried to have babies. She slept with Abraham, but she didn't want to sleep with him because she just was trying to produce an heir, honey. She was trying, listen, honey, Abraham, please come on over here because, listen, this is about the time when I'm fertile to conceive. Can you please come on and let's try to make this baby? She was trying to go half on the baby. Sarah was trying to go half on the baby. It wasn't working. It was not working. She could not get pregnant. It wasn't happening for her. Now these three men done showed up at their house. They out there, Abraham done brought them to the house, told her to fix some bread, and they done cooked out and got everything together and fed them and everything. And here he is saying that I'm going to come back a year from now about this time and Sarah going to be pregnant. I just need y'all to get it. Sarah been trying to do this a long time. I ain't talking about she done tried for 5 years to have no. Sarah been trying a long time and has given up on ever having a child, giving up on producing an heir for Abraham, giving up. Then let her eggs dry up, shrivel up, powder up. Like, just listen, it ain't even no sense. Oh, just stop trying. I'm not going half on nothing, okay? I'm not going half Abraham. Why are you touching me, Abraham? Why are you touching me? No. You know I can't have no babies. No, we're not doing this tonight, okay? This is Sarah. Now, Sarah was listening to this conversation from the tent. Now, she's eavesdropping. She over here. I'm like, what? So Abraham and Sarah were both very old by this time, and Sarah was long past the age of having children. Y'all heard what I said? Long past. Now, listen, I'm 54, right? Now, 54 is not long past the age of having children, right? She was long past, okay? So she laughed silently to herself. I could have worn that woman like me enjoy such pleasure, especially when my master, my husband, is also so old. He old and I'm old. We ain't even trying to touch each other, honey. Listen, we just eat our food, say our prayers, and just watch the birds go. That's why we excited we got some company today, because we don't be doing nothing. We just be chilling in the house. That's all we do is chill in the house, honey. Ain't nothing happening over here. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. Listen, Sarah said, this is, oh, they got jokes. She laughed silently. She didn't even laugh out loud like, that's what she did. Laugh silently, right? So then the Lord said to Abraham, why did Sarah laugh? Huh? Why did she say, can an old woman like me have a baby? Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return about this time next year and Sarah will have a son. Now, by this time, Sarah like, oh, I didn't even say that out loud. How did he know that was what was going on? How did he know that? So she said, I didn't laugh. Because she didn't laugh out loud, but she laughed on the inside. Like it was an inside laugh. Y'all know how you have stuff going on the inside, but it don't come out on the outside. Oh, he knew what was going on the inside. She didn't say nothing. She's freaking out. I didn't even say nothing out loud. I didn't say that out loud. I just said that in my head. How do he know what I said? How did he know I laughed? I didn't even laugh on the outside. It wasn't even like I was like, ah! No, she didn't do all that. She was like, and thought in her head, how can an old woman like me have a baby at this age? Especially when my husband is old too. We both old. We don't even touch each other. We don't have no sex. How are we going to have a baby? But the Lord said, no, you did laugh. Oh my God. Y'all listen. Sarah done got caught. Not only did she get caught laughing, not only did she get caught in a lie, but she just got all around caught. Her thoughts wasn't right. Her spirit wasn't right. And she lied. Let's talk about it. Can we talk about it for a minute? Let me stop sharing because we finna talk about it. Y'all ready to talk? Okay, here we are. Abraham, who's considered the father of faith because when God told him pack up your wives, your servants, your livestock, all your goods, and go to a place that I will show you. He did it. Like, he got a reputation for being a faith walker, right? That's his reputation. It's faith, 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 faith. He's known for faith, known as the father of faith. Now here he is, and he's just entertained these three men. And one of them has told him that we'll be back a year from now. I'll be back a year from now. And when I come back, Sarah will have a son. They trying to figure it out. Sarah just, she's like, just like somebody tell me, Dr. V, you gonna have twins. Except I'm gonna laugh out loud. For real, like, lies from the pit of hell. I'm not having no babies. No. I'm cut, snipped, tied, burnt, stapled, anything they can do to lock these tubes up. Honey, that's what they had to do. Y'all know I got too many kids for that. I'm too fertile for that. No. Tied up. They got me tied up. They won't let me out. That's what the eggs are saying. They got me tied up and they won't let me out. Dr. V won't let the eggs out. They not coming out. No more babies, right? So here Sarah is. All she's saying is, listen, I'm old. My eggs are shriveled up, dried up, and powdered. How can this be possible? But God made a promise. You see, some of you right now today are like Sarah. God made you some promises and you laughing at it. You laughing at the promise. God, how's that going to happen? Because you're going to be a millionaire. How's that going to happen? Because my bank account is negative $153.76. How am I getting ready to be a millionaire? Y'all, that's not my bank account, but I know y'all like that number's a little too specific. What'd I say? $153.76. Somebody better play that number. 153.76. Let me put that in the chat. Now, that might be a number for somebody. I don't know where that number came from. I'm gonna have to look that up. 153.76. I don't know what that number is, y'all. That number got some significance. I'm gonna have to check that number out, see what's going on with it. But here we are. Yep, that's what I said. $153.76. I don't know what that is. Somebody, if that's your account, you might need to check some things out. This may be a word for you, okay? So here we are, and I'm getting ready to tell you that if God made you a promise, if you do what he tells you to do, you'll get there. If you allow your faith, allow your ability to believe to be like Sarah's, and you laughing at him, and you think it's a joke, and you act like it's a joke so you don't move the way he tells you to move, you will be broke as a joke for the rest of your life because you're not willing to do what it is that God has said to do in order to get to the promise. God made a promise. God made Abraham and Sarah a promise. Now think about this. God had already told Abraham, listen, you're going to be the father of many nations. And he made all these promises in the Abrahamic covenant. And Abraham's like, I don't know how it's going to happen because I ain't got no kids. Now I'm old, Sarah old. I'm having trouble getting it up. She's having trouble because her eggs is powdered up. Listen, we just can't get nothing up over here. Ain't nothing working. Now what? How's this going to happen? Now, Abraham didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. He simply listened. Sarah, on the other hand, had all this stuff going on. And listen, let me tell y'all something. Sarah's like, and some of y'all act just like her. God made you a promise. You laugh at the promise. You laugh at the promise because you begin to detail all of the things in the natural that will prevent you from receiving the promise. You start talking about, but I don't have this and I don't have that. And I don't know this and I don't know that. And this didn't work for me and that didn't work for me. And I tried this and I tried that. You detail all of the things in the natural. All of the things in the natural that will prevent you from having the promise. God didn't say nothing about your natural. Nothing. He's not concerned about your natural because he's God. He can change what he wants to change, do what he wants to do. He just simply requires you to believe him and do what he says. That's it. That's all you got to do. I was talking on a Zoom about the new company I'm a part of, 1044 Pro. And they were asking me, how have I had such success? You know, like I came into the company in 24 hours. I made over $1,000. Within 4 days, I'd made over $2,000. And a lot of it had gone to my cash on demand for the day. And they were like, well, Dr. V, how have you done this? Like, I said, listen, all I did was run the play. You see, God made me a promise. Listen, and I have tried and it didn't work. And I tried this and it didn't work. And I tried that and it didn't work. God said, look again, try again, believe again. And I did. And it didn't work. And then this opportunity came up. $1,000 in 24 hours. What, God? Huh? And then I found out I had maxed out the comp plan. I didn't even know what the comp plan was. I wasn't in it long enough to know the comp plan. I didn't know. Like, all I know is they said get 4 people and you'll make $800. Done? Huh? What? You said get 4 people and I'll make what? $800. And I'm going to get 400 now? Oh, no, that's done. Done. Check. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get it. I believed. I believed in me, even though it looked like I shouldn't believe in me. I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't care what anybody says about Dr. V. Y'all listen, this is what y'all know about me. If you followed me any length of time, you know this to be true about me. You know that Dr. V, if Dr. V says she's going to do something, she's going to do everything in her power to do it. Everything in my power. If it don't happen, it's going to not be because of me. Y'all just know that. I will have given it my all. I will have done everything that I could do. And if it don't happen, I got to say, hey, it didn't work. Okay, next up. See, this is why people get confused about me. How one day I'm doing something else and the next day I'm doing something else. Listen, when the grace of the Lord leaves off of me being in a situation, I leave that situation. When God's grace is lifted, I lift right on up and out. I am not ashamed and not afraid, and I don't care what anybody says about it or anybody thinks about it. That's not my business. That's your business, what you think about it. All I know is what I'm doing. All I know is I stepped over here into this space, and I made $1,000 in 24 hours. That's what I can tell you. Within 4 days, I'd made over $2,000. I helped other people who hadn't made money in something like this make money. I help people make their money back. I helped my son make $500. Listen, I'm just trying to tell you what I did, right? Because of the promise that God made me. See, years ago, God made me a promise. He said, you will be a top money earner in a network marketing company. And I thought it was the company I was in at the time. I was like, oh yeah, let's go. I quit my job because he said, quit your job. So I said, oh, if you're telling me to quit my job, then I must definitely get ready to get to the top of the company. It wasn't that company. It wasn't the next one or 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 even the next one. But this is what I'm going to tell you. And I want y'all to write this date down and I want you to remember it. And when it happens, I want you to say, Dr. V told us on January the 24th, 2021, that this was going to happen. God told me that not only was I going to be a multi-millionaire / billionaire, but I was going to help make millionaires. Every time I encounter a prophet, that's what they say to me. Every time I encounter a prophet, that's what they say. 2021 is my year to make my first $1 million. It is my year to make my first $1 million. Y'all watch me. Watch me. I'm getting ready to make my first $1 million. Now listen, man, don't get in my DMs and in my inbox because I said I'm getting ready to make my first $1 million because you need to be making your first million. Okay. Now, if you're making your first million and I'm making my first million, then that's 2 million this year. Okay. Can we do that? If you ain't trying to make $1 million, don't be in my inbox because there's nothing you can do for me. Listen, I'm trying to make my first $1 million this year. Okay. Now I don't mind having a relationship, but my relationship got to be moving where I'm moving. Like if you ain't going where I'm going, we can't go nowhere together. I got to depart from you. Okay. I got to shake the dust off my feet. Listen, I'm literally going to make my first $1 million in 2021. I'm going to be at the top of this compensation plan. I'm already at the top of the compensation plan. Y'all listen, I'm trying to tell you in 4 days, well, in 24 hours after I maxed out the comp plan. And now I'm getting ready to be at the top of the compensation plan as it exists, period. When that going to happen? In the next 2 days, that's going to happen. I'm going to be at the top. Tip top. No place else to go today. Add a new position in the next 2 days. Call it done. Check it off. Why? God made me a promise and I believe him. God made me a promise. Made me a promise. That's right, Saritha. My relationship got to be going where I'm going. Otherwise, we can't go. We can't go nowhere. Where we going? Got to be moving where I'm moving. If you ain't moving where I'm moving, like if you can't envision yourself being in a multi-million-dollar home, like a $2.2 million home, if you can't envision yourself there, you can't be with me because you're not going to be able to put me where I want to be. Because I'm going to get there with or without a man. Let me tell y'all something. Women, y'all listen, y'all better stop making the promises of God for after you get married. Stop trying to make God's promises for after. Well, when I get married, then no. God, did God say that? Did God say that? Or is that you? Or is that you, right? Did God say that? What is God saying to you? You see, Sarah almost missed it. Sarah almost missed it because it was laughable to her in the natural. In the natural, it looked like utter foolishness. That's why I love it when people underestimate me. I love it when people count me out. I love it when people try to say what I can't do because, baby, I can show you better than I can tell you. That's always been my motto. I can show you better than I can tell you. Ask any of my exes. I can show you better than I can tell you. Because I'd already been gone before I was gone. You want to act a fool? That's what you're doing? You think I won't come nowhere? That's what you think? Okay. Keep watching. Because I promise you, it's a whole plan that's being worked out and manifested. And by the time you know what's going on, I'll be gone. Because I've been planning this. Because you don't want to act right. You're not listening. We can't talk. We can't get nowhere. I'm not going to keep talking to you. And y'all, that's how God is with us. He's not going to keep talking to us. He's given us a promise. And like Sarah, we've laughed at his promise. We made a mockery of it, made a joke of it, like he's a jokester. He's not a jokester. That's not who he is. He's not a jokester. This isn't a joke and it's not a game. God is literally trying to change your life and you won't move in the direction that he's moving you because you're stuck in the past. You're still trying to be in the past and he's trying to move you into your destiny. Listen, here's the past. Here's your destiny. God is trying to get you from here to here. And you saying, but last time it didn't. But last time this happened. But last time. You caught up in the last time and God is taking you into the next time, this time, the right now. The destiny time. You focus on Chronos, he's focused on what? Kairos. Chronos is the natural time, right? Kairos is God's time. And God's time can accelerate anything. How do I come into a freaking company and with 24 hours, I max out the comp plan? How does that happen? How? I'm in my Kairos. This is my Kairos. And some of you are on the verge of stepping into your Kairos, and the only thing stopping you is your Chronos because you're so busy looking at the natural time. You're so busy looking at what's happened in the natural, your failures in the natural, what people didn't do in the natural, what's happened in the natural, with all of this natural stuff. But we are a spirit in a body. And so it is time for you to activate your spirit, man. I said activate your spirit, man, and I'm calling you out. This is not the season to be a wimp. This is not the season to wimp out. This is not the season to be a punk. And I'm not talking about a homosexual. I'm talking about somebody that's weak-minded, somebody that's weak-backed, whose knees are weak, whose arms are weak. You ain't willing to stand and you won't stand because you have believed the lies of the enemy. Instead of believing God's word, he's moving you into Kairos, but you stuck in your Chronos moment. If you're a person and you're tired of being in your Chronos, and you're ready to move into your Kairos, then this is what I'm going to tell you. Stop being a Sarah. Stop being a Sarah. Stop laughing at God's promises to you. Stop focusing on what's happened in the past and what didn't work in the past and what you weren't able to do in the past. And everything is about the past and what's in your bank account and who you connected to right now. In a moment, God can change everything about your life. In 24 hours, God put me in a circle with multimillionaires close to me, talking to me, texting me, coaching me. See, when you made over $44 million in an industry, I think I can listen to you. What I need to do, coach? Tell me what I need to do because this ish I've been doing ain't been working. So you tell me what I need to do so that I can get my millions and I can help other people get their millions. What I need to do, coach. See, I'm not going to give you no excuses. I'm just going to run the play. I'm going to run the play and I'm going to keep running the play and I'm going to rerun the play until I master the play. And that play is what it's going to be. And I'm going to duplicate the play, which means that I'm going to help other people do what I did. And I ain't no hater, right? So my whole thing is with people like, I want you to come in and beat my record. I did it in 24. I want you to do it in 2. You can do that. It's doable. That's possible. You can do it in 2. You see, that's how God is with us. God is trying to get us to the place where we understand that the things that people say are impossible are actually possible. And you don't know a thing is possible until someone's done it. Last night, my coach said, he said, yes, you know, sometimes there are people that come in and da-da-da-da. He said, it's like when it was said that the mile couldn't be run in less than a certain time. I don't know what time it was, but anyway, until somebody did it. And after they did it, about 16 other people did it. Baby, let me tell y'all something. Do you hear what I'm telling you? God is trying to put you in a place where you can do what looked impossible to man, and you can do it in supernatural record time. I broke a record. Because I broke it, those who come behind me can break it even more. They can do it faster. Why? I've done it. I've shown that it's possible. Once you know that it is possible, there are no excuses for why you can't do it. Except that little lad. Yeah, that's Dr. V. That Dr. V did it. Of course, Dr. V did it. She's Dr. V. Baby, it don't have nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with me running the play. All I did was believe, and I ran the play. I ran the play like my life depended on it, because it did. See, some of y'all ain't desperate enough for change. You say you want change. You don't really want no change. You're comfortable. You're comfortable right where you are. God need to shake your world up. Because when he shake your world up, then maybe you'll pay attention. Maybe then you'll get some oomph. Maybe then some fire will be lit under you. Maybe then you'll get desperate to get to your destiny. See, I'm desperate to get to my destiny. I'm getting to my destiny at all costs. I don't care who I got to cut off. I don't care who I got to leave. I don't care where I got to leave. I don't care what I got to, like, I'm getting to my destiny. God promised me this. God promised me so much so that I could really do the things I want to do. Listen, y'all, I'm trying to tell somebody something. I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear my heart. Stop it. Stop. Just stop. Stop mocking God's promise for your life. I believe for me, and I believe for you. But you got to get some passion moving in your life, man, some passion. You got to get passionate about your destiny. Have you ever noticed that when you're passionate about something, there's nothing that can stop you from getting there? Oh, y'all believe me? Hold on, let me tell y'all some stories, okay? Have you ever wanted somebody? You had your eye on them. You was like, oh, he fine. Ooh, she fine, right? Oh, you wanted them. Like, for real, for real. Oh, they finna be mine. They finna be mine. You found a way to find what they liked, to make sure that you smelled in a way that they would like, and that it would find you dressed in a way that would get their attention. You put yourself in position. You put yourself in position to be where they would be. When you talked to them, you said what you needed to say. You did what you needed to do. Maybe y'all ain't never done that. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe none of y'all have ever like really worked hard for something like that. I'm going to get that and I'm doing that. Maybe y'all ain't never did, but I've done it. Listen to me. I've done it. Whether we're talking about a man, a job, a position, I don't care what it is. Once I'm locked, I'm locked in. I'm locked in and I'm going to have it. Come hell or high water. Come hell or high water. I'm getting what I want. I got to get it. I remember I was talking to one of my exes, and he said, we were talking about how we met and everything. Listen, all I knew was he was fine. Oh, he was fine. What? Oh, he fine. Hold on. He fine. Oh, I'm about to have him. He about to be mine. I remember we were having a conversation. I was talking to him, and I done pulled all the little stops. I had all my feminine energies going and stuff. I said, come here, let me tell you something. He's like, what? I said, no, come here, lean in, lean in. He leaned his ear over, and I licked his ear. It was over. He was mad. He was mad. Y'all, listen. And I'm not telling y'all to go out there and be licking in people's ears. I'm not telling y'all that. I'm telling you that it's real. When you really want something, you find a way to get it. You find a way to get there. And if you really want your destiny, listen, if I'm looking in a man's ear so I can get him, you think I'm not going to do what God want me to do? Tasting earwax? Y'all know people have earwax in their ear. Come on, y'all. Don't be bougie. I didn't mind this earwax. Ooh, your earwax tastes so good. What kind is it? Do you flavor it? What is that, right? Listen, I want my destiny. And I want my destiny not just for me, but I want my destiny for all the people that are attached to me. I got to get there. I got to show people that it's possible. I got to show them that they can do it. Because if I can do it with all the hell that I've been through in my life, with all the stuff that I've endured, with all that I'm even going through now, if I can do it, then you can too. This morning, I found myself, I was looking at some videos of me in Brooklyn and some pictures of me in Brooklyn. There's something about the way that little girl looks up at me. And she looks up at me like I'm the world, right? I got to get to my destiny for Brooklyn. I got to get to my destiny for Joseph. I got to get to my destiny for TJ, my grandchildren, my children. Yeah. But they're almost grown, all of them. But those babies, they're things I want them to have. They're things I want them to experience. They're things I never want them to have to go through. So I got to get to my destiny, because that little girl that looks up at me with those eyes and just, be looking at me like my big mama is so amazing. I want her to be able to have. I want her to be able to go and to do. See, I'm looking forward to finally being able to purchase a child a car when they turn 16. I want to be able to do that and not have it be an issue and not say I'm going to do it and not have the money to do it. Like, I don't know what your why is. I don't know why it's so important for you to get to your destiny, but I'm just telling you that those kids, those babies especially, they're my why. They're why I go so hard. They're why I do what I do. They're why I've made the sacrifices to move to where I live. They're why I dream so big. They're my why. What's yours? And maybe that's the problem. You haven't tapped into your why. Maybe that's the problem. But I tapped in and I refuse to tap out. I'm not tapping out. I'm not tapping out on me. I'm not tapping out on God's promises for my life. And I'm not tapping out on my babies. I will not tap out on them. I will not. I don't care what it takes me. I don't care how long it takes me. And it ain't going to take me long. I'm just telling y'all. But I don't care that it's taking me this long to get to this point. That's the past. That's irrelevant. That doesn't mean anything except that I got time in. So now it can happen any moment, right? So I got to get it. And I got to get it now. I don't have the luxury of waiting another 20 years because I might not be here. So it's incumbent upon me to not only hear the promises of God, but to believe them. So that when God shows up this time next year, the promise is manifested. It's already here. Did y'all get that? The Lord told Sarah, I'm going to return about this time next year. And this is a word for you all, and those of you who receive it, receive it. I'm going to return about this time next year. And you will have ... fill in the blank. I make a prophetic declaration and decree over your life right now, that whatever it is that God has promised you by this time next year, it will have manifested and shown up in your life. That you will take his word and put it to work. That everything your hands touch will prosper, in every place your feet tread. He will give you authority and dominion. That he will give you strategies that blow people's minds to give you an accelerated result. I woke up this morning and I was talking to one of my proteges, and she had sent me a message. And I said, girl, who's your coach? Girl, let me put you on some game. God immediately gave me a downloaded strategy for her. Immediately gave me a downloaded strategy for her and what to do. He's been dropping strategies on me. Strategy. And I've been running them. He's calling the plays and I'm running the plays. He said, oh, tell them to do this. Hey, do this. I'm being a quarterback right now. I'm quarterbacking, right? I'm saying, hey, run this. Da. Okay, bet. And as you begin to run the plays that God gives you, you're going to see manifestation, because that's what happened for me. All I did was run the play. That's it. All I did was run the play. So now when I look to partner with people, I'm looking for people who want to run the play. That's it. If you can run the play, we can win. But you got to be willing to run the play. You know, one of the things I love about sports is, you know, with sports, because it's a team activity, you can't just be out there just doing whatever you want to do. You can't. It doesn't work well, right? It doesn't work well. Ooh, that's good, Clestine. Ooh, the entrepreneur's quarterback. Ooh, that's good, girl. Put on a little football uniform. Need a quarterback? Team not winning? Get a new quarterback. But I love sports analogies, not because like I'm this super sports fanatic. That's not it. Although I do like to watch football, but that's another conversation. That's not a church conversation. Let's not have that one. Okay. So I love it because it requires people to play their position. See, the quarterback can't be the offensive lineman or the defensive lineman, right? The quarterback has to play the quarterback's position. The running back has to play the running back position. Although every now and then a running back might come up and they might do a quarterback sneak or something, like, you know, the quarterback giving the ball and then they end up throwing it like they're the quarterback, but they're not the quarterback, okay? But if everybody plays their position, the team wins. Some of you have been out here and you haven't had a team. You've been doing everything isolated and alone. You've been feeling like you're the only one like you out there in the world. And that's why we're here. I'm here for those of you who are the least, the lost, the left out, and the lonely. Those that other people have counted out. Those that people would call misfits, underdogs. Like, that's who I'm called to. Like, y'all my people. Y'all my people, right? The people that haven't done it and haven't been able to make it, but you know it's in you. You know it's in you and you know what God promised you, but it just hasn't quite manifested. Listen, I'm here for you. This ministry is for you. This ministry is for those of you that know you got greatness in you, but you haven't been able to get to it. I'm here for you, and that's what this ministry is about. That's what it's about. So I was asking God about the name of the ministry, right? Because I still don't have a name for it. We just have a Chuch, Chuch, Church, honey, church. I was asking him about the name. And I put this out here to you all, and you guys haven't really responded, but I'm getting ready to start a Facebook group so that you guys can get in the group and we can talk about it and we can really take this thing to the next level. God promised me some things with this ministry as well. You know, he promised me that this ministry was going to be international, that it would touch lives and change economies around the world, that it would be a ministry where people come in and prosper and flourish. Come on, listen, I'm telling you. Not a place where the pastor flourishes and that's the only one that's flourishing. The pastor driving good and living good and they the only one, right? But a place where the people can come in and no matter where they started, they come in and when they apply the principles and the knowledge that they gain, then they win too and they change their lives. I told you guys earlier that this is where passion meets the word, meets activation, meets manifestation. That's what happens here, right? It is a place where your passion will be able to produce something that's so incredible because it touches the word of God and it explodes and activates something in you that allows you to manifest the promises of God. So when people ask me, Dr. V, how is it that you do all the things that you do? Because, you know, people tell you can only do one thing. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Maybe they can only do one thing. I can do more. I say, listen, my life is my life. What I'm doing right now is no different from what I do Monday through Saturday. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, you guys. The only difference is I'm focused more heavily on the word, but I'm still going to always go to application. If you don't know how to apply the word, I don't care how much word you know. It doesn't do anything for you. You got to know how to apply it. You got to know what the word looks like in 2021. And that's what I'm creating. A place where the word becomes alive, where the word becomes real, becomes tangible to you. Not this place where it's thee, thou, thus, the. No, not that. Not that. Because when I talk to God, I don't say all that. I be like, listen, What you got me out here doing? I'm not doing that. God, I'm not doing that. Daddy, no, I'm not doing that. Do what? I'm not doing that. Nah, I'm good. And he knows me. So he knows that about me. And he knows you. So he knows about you. Why do y'all make it so difficult? Because the church has convinced you that it's difficult to get to God. It's not. It's a conversation. Just a conversation. And once you said what you need to say, stop talking and listen. Let him speak to you. Let him speak to you. Just like this morning, when I finished Forward Focus 21, days 17 and 18, I said, okay, God, I don't have a message, God. What you finna say? Because clearly you're getting ready to preach this, right? He said Genesis 18. I don't know. Okay, let me see what Genesis 18 is, because I don't know what it is. And I saw it was God made Sarah a promise. Wow, God. Like he made me a promise. And you may feel like your womb is dried up and your eggs are powdered and you're past the age of giving birth. I'm telling you, you're not. And right now, I blow the Ruach breath of God on that womb that you said was dried up. And all the way through the airwaves, the breath of God is blowing and touching you in the places that you thought were dry and shriveled up and unable to produce. And right now you're experiencing an activation that is a supernatural activation. You don't understand it. All you know is this is crazy that you're feeling something. And this woman is blowing on an iPhone screen or a computer screen. But the power of the Ruach breath of God flows across and through the airwaves and is penetrating you right now so that you might conceive, that you might produce the promises of God and they might be manifested in the earth, that you might be a living example and a story. And in the book it reads, and God made Clestine a promise. And God made Artesia a promise. And God made Shawnette a promise. And God made Sonia a promise, Levada a promise, Tammy a promise, Jonathan a promise. God made each of you by name a promise that is specifically for you. Right now, I want you to get that promise in your mind, that promise that God made you, that promise that the world had convinced you would not come to pass, the promise that you stopped believing in, the promise that you have put on the back shelf and on the back burner, and you put it all the way to the back of your mind. Right now, I want you to get that thing, pull it to the front, pull it forward, close your eyes, get it in your mind. I want you to focus on it right now, that promise that God made you. And it is so. And it is so. And it is so. Today, I don't know about you, but God did something for me. And maybe it was just me. Maybe I was the only one that got it. And maybe it was for me, period. Anyway, you know, it's always first to the person who's given the word. They're always first partakers of it, right? But he did something. He did something. And so today I challenge you to dream again, believe again, trust God again, and let's go change the world, starting with our lives. And if you need help manifesting that promise that God gave you, and you're not sure how to do it, reach out to me. Let's talk. Let's see what I can do to help you. Because listen, it's time for you to deliver what God has promised. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. If you want to join the group, as we figure out the name of the ministry, as we figure out what we're doing and how we're doing it, know this, we're going to change the world. We will. I promise you that. I told y'all, just like I got that man, I'm going to change this world. So you guys definitely let me know. Let me know. Put in the comments, passion. Put passion in the comments. Put passion in the comments. And then I'll add you to the group and we'll figure out where we're going and what we're doing. But no, wherever we go, whatever we do, it's going to be amazing. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Be blessed. Mwah.